Welcome back, everyone. You are listening to Crossplay, our video game podcast here at the Whatnauts. It is Saturday, September 18th, 2021. This is episode 9090. Coming up on today's show, NVIDIA is shaking in their boots, everybody. Kina, at the time, well, this is live right now, but it's not out. But at the time you're hearing this, if you're hearing this on your podcast service of choice, Kina is out. And it's incredible, guys. I'll tell you right now. I've been playing it. It's freaking awesome, dude. It's freaking great. And rest in saucy peace to Ignacio. You guys will understand that just in a second. But we will get to all of that in a bit. My name is Gino Viteri, and I am joined by Alan Busby. What's up, Alan? How you feeling?
What's up? I have not been killed by the sauce.
You have not been killed by the sauce. Awesome. And Kyle Springer. What's up, Kyle?
Have you guys ever screwed up your sleep schedule so bad that you almost can't fix it?
I know someone that has.
No.
I know someone that has.
Because that's me right now. That's oh god, this whole week I've been trying to force myself to reset my sleep schedule and do all of that stuff, and it's a nightmare. I did the captain's log yesterday, having had 2 hours of sleep. So I was a little bit loopy.
So what time are you going to sleep at then, Kyle? What time are you going to sleep at?
5 or 6 in the morning, and then having to be up for work at 9:45 to be there at 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then trying to take small naps during the day to actually get some sleep. But today I was all right, I'm gonna go to bed at 2 in the morning, gonna wake up at a normal time, gonna get myself out of the house and go to the comic book store or something. And then I woke up at 4 p.m.
Oh my god, that is
so
horrible.
It's just okay, no, that's not happening.
I have trained my body where I've been burning at both ends of the candle. So I work at 6:30 in the morning, so I gotta wake up at 5:30. And so I can't stay up as late anymore, but my body's pretty much adjusted to just getting about between 4 to 5 hours a night. So I can't really mess mine up unless I literally just did not go to bed.
Yeah. So I guess it's sort of the same for me as it is for you, Alan, because I have to be at work at 7.
Yeah.
So I wake up at 6, and it's weird. If I sleep 5 hours or less, I wake up less tired than if I sleep 5 hours or more. So I don't know why that is, but that's how it works for me.
Something with your REM cycle.
Yeah, I think so, yeah, because I'm not fully in REM sleep, which is where I want to be, I just want to be REM sleeping. But yesterday I went to sleep at 5 in the morning because of that Final Fantasy presentation. That shit was 6 hours, guys. It was 6 hours.
Yikes.
And it started at 10 p.m. for me. And it was 6 hours. I was like, this is too much. I love this game, but this is too much. I'm sorry.
I killed myself. I killed myself yesterday by working OT, and I napped for an hour and a half, and then I stayed up all day. So I woke up at 1:30, and then I napped from 10:30 to 11:30, and then I didn't go to bed till midnight. That Friday. So that was rough.
I see. Man, you know me. I as I say, I don't like naps, dude. I won't do a nap no matter how tired I am.
Oh, I don't like sleeping in general. I wish I could just not sleep.
Damn, for real. I love sleeping when I want to, No. It's really incredible. It's hard to wake up. Are you a morning person then, Alan? You're a morning person?
Oh, hell no. I'm a night person. I love being awake at night.
You're just a nocturnal person?
Yeah, dude, I'm absolutely nocturnal as well.
Yeah, if Amy's not home, I literally will sit in my living room playing games in total darkness.
Oh, I like sunlight. I don't know what that says about us as people, but I'm the sun guy. You guys are all darkness,
Yeah.
You guys are my nobodies to my heartless or whatever, right?
No, we'd be the heartless because we're the darkness. You're the nobody because you like the light.
Guys, you know what I want?
Somebody say something about the doorway to darkness?
That was a good one, man. Where did Mickey come from? Okay, guys, I want cinnamon rolls, man. I want cinnamon rolls.
Ew.
I've been wanting cinnamon rolls for the longest time. And I think after this, I'm gonna get myself.
Go get yourself some cinnamon rolls, dude.
A fat ass cinnamon roll. Like I'm talking made from a restaurant, like a cinnamon roll.
Like oh my God, Jimmy.
Well, if you were gonna get a cinnamon roll, wouldn't you actually not go to a restaurant? You'd go to your local bakery and get like the freshest cinnamon roll.
Exactly. Oh my God, you're so right, Alan. I didn't think of that because I was thinking I'm just gonna go to Publix or whatever you guys supermarket is. I don't know.
Meyer.
and get a freaking a cold cinnamon roll and just warm it up and eat it here. But a bakery, that's where I get it.
You got to go to the bakery and hopefully the cinnamon rolls. See if you want it. You got to go to the bakery super early in the morning because that's when all of the stuff is like super fresh and warm. That's where you got to go in the morning.
24-hour bakeries. I wonder how they do it. You know.
I don't know. They probably have it. They probably have time intervals where they like make a new batch. So there's probably like hot hours of the day that you're supposed to go there.
So wait, Alan, you don't like cinnamon rolls?
No.
You said ew to it.
Yeah. No.
And you've had cinnamon rolls.
We all know that Alan has terrible opinions on most things.
What's your favorite pastry?
Do not have good gameplay, so he doesn't like them.
my favorite pastry has got to honestly just be a donut.
A donut?
Just that,
like just a regular glazed donut.
So we have a place called Marge's that's like a really big bakery donut shop, and I like the all chocolate glazed donut. So it's a chocolate donut with chocolate glaze across the whole thing.
That's devil's food cake, yeah.
So it's
that
so
one's
good
my
though.
Favorite. That one's good.
It's so good.
That one's good.
But yeah, I don't. You know those cookies at like the supermarket, those like sugar cookies that have like the soft bread and all that like.
Ooh, those are good too.
I hate those.
What? Why are you gonna bring up something and say you hate it too? You know what I don't like actually? That's chocolate chip cookies. I don't like chocolate chip.
What?
Cookies.
Do you like raisin cookies? You better not say you like raisin cookies.
No, I don't like raisin cookies. If I were to pick a cookie, if someone gave me like, hey, you want a warm box of cookies? I'll be like, yeah, I'll take some peanut butter or macadamia nut cookies.
Ugh. I mean, a peanut butter cookie I can kind of get behind. I feel you there.
But chocolate chip,
as long as it's not raisin.
Yeah.
People who like oatmeal raisin cookies more than chocolate chip, Khalif from Spawn on Me, they're weird. Yeah.
I mean, I love chocolate covered raisins. I don't like raisins in my cookie, but chocolate covered raisins, those things fucking slap.
Oh yeah, chocolate covered raisins are incredible.
Whatever. Exactly.
Anyway, so guys, Ignacio isn't here, as you can see, and I said rest in saucy peace, because let me go to Discord here. Let me go to Discord. I just want to read out this conversation to you guys. So Ignacio was like, heads up, I won't be on today's crossplay. It's our Independence Day, so I'll be celebrating with my family. And Alan, of course, responds, have fun, Ignacio.
Yeah.
And Ignacio's like, thank you. And then I said, yeah, Ignacio, don't get hit by fireworks, because just so you guys know, I don't know, he doesn't have the context for that, but I've been hit by a firework before. I like have like a burn mark right here.
Ouch.
Because like it's one of those that goes up in the air and explodes.
Yeah.
It fell at the last second.
Fell over.
And it flew straight at me.
Wow.
But luckily it was cold, so I was wearing a lot of layers. So it burned through all of them and just burned me very slightly.
Dang. But aren't those fireworks like really quick though? Like it wouldn't burn you that bad because it just kind of quickly like blows its fuse and then it stops, right?
Well, it's still fucking hot though.
It exploded on my arm. The firework went off on my arm, but I had a lot of layers.
Okay.
So luckily,
in fact, this is a fake arm.
I was picturing that like the firework like flew, hit your arm, but then like obviously passed you.
No, it stayed in there, and then I'm gonna firework here. That's what it did. You know, that's what. So that happened. So that's why I told Ignacio, don't get hit by fireworks. And then he was like, we don't do fireworks. That's your thing. So if you guys don't know, Ignacio is from Chile. So he's celebrating his Chilean Independence Day. And apparently over there, they don't do fireworks. So I responded with, what shiny bright thing do you stare at then? and then he responded with, the barbecue. and then Kyle over here, we all have our crossplay notes here, our doc. I believe this was you, Kyle, right? Was poisoned by the barbecue sauce at his family's Chilean Independence Day celebration.
Yeah, I got the text. It was really sad. I cried for like 30 minutes, but then was like, you know what? At least we won't really need to hear about Digimon the movie anymore. So,
and
there are some
came
good
out.
things.
Lost Judgment came out this week, and I'm glad that we don't have to hear about that one.
Yeah, thank God.
So
Gino, you said, because when you said that Ignacio looks at the shiny thing, do you think when they're grilling the barbecue and the fire goes up, that's when they all celebrate and they're like, yeah, get the fire going, like the fire.
They're like, whoa, look at that fire. Fire!
That's what they look at, is the fire. They're like, oh my God.
Oh my God. I thought fireworks were like a worldwide thing, you know?
No, it's
like
for our July independence. So I kind of knew it was already an American thing.
But I figure like we do it for New Year's as well, you know. Don't other countries have fireworks? Pyrotechnics?
I feel like that's,
you know what I mean?
More, like New Year's fireworks is more of a global thing. But of course, the United States Independence Day thing is only a United States thing.
I mean, Gino, we're in America. Obviously, the way we celebrate is by lighting off explosives and blowing stuff up. I mean, come on.
It's true.
We're gonna look for any excuse to use fire. I'm surprised we don't do fireworks in the wintertime for Christmas yet.
That's where most gunshot murders are, by the way. So you guys know.
Wow.
So since I spoke about gunshot murders, I thought that was a good transition into what we have been playing, because Kyle's been playing something related to guns. So Alan, take us into what we've been playing. There we go. That was an excellent transition, right? Am I right?
Hell yeah.
Gunshot murders. How's Deathloop, Kyle?
Deathloop is fucking fantastic. I am loving this game. I want to say I'm like 12 to 15 hours in so far, and I am loving it. This is a game that is really hard and complicated to explain to someone. Of just like if someone walked up on the street and was like, "My good sir, explain Deathloop," I'd be like, "Well, you've come to the right person." There is no like one or two sentence. This game is this plus this. Bam, that's it. And they'll be like, "Oh, I understand." No, you have to like go in detail to explain it. But once you're in the game and once you understand the systems and the loop and all that stuff, it's awesome. It's so cool. This is, I think this might be, depending on how the story goes, one of my favorite games that Arcane has made.
Cool.
They have perfected the like Dishonored, Prey, like immersive sim loop, and it's so satisfying to do all of this stuff and have the freedom to kind of do it however you want. But then what's really neat is they've basically made it into these like bite-sized chunks, like each immersive sims usually, like you spend like 2 or 3 hours on a mission and there's no real like save spot exactly. And you're just like, well, if I'm playing this game, like that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the night. But with this, they've kind of made it mission based, where you will like go into a certain place and do your mission. And that could take 15 minutes, or it could take half an hour, or it could take an hour or two.
I mean, that's already how Dishonored structured, though. That's Dishonored structure. That's where it started.
But it's not really mission based in the same way. Dishonored is more open world, and like you go from place to place. This is a little different than that.
Okay.
So yeah, you are in a 24-hour time loop. And at the end of each day, the loop restarts. And it's that 24 hours is basically divided up into 4 sections. There's morning, noon, afternoon, and night. And so you pick basically what time of day you're going to do your mission in. And then there's 4 sectors of the map. So essentially, there's
you always do this, Alan.
So essentially, there's 16 locations, because depending on the time of day, each location will be different. New patrols, new events going on, and stuff like that in each sector. And for example, if you mess with one of the people that you need to kill in the morning and you screw something up for them, they might not be at a certain location that they normally were that night, because now they have no reason to stick around. So in this location, you have, I think, 8 people that you need to kill. You need to assassinate them. And the goal is to do all of that in one fell swoop, in one loop here, to kill them all. But they've made the game so you can't do that in your first go. The tutorials, the first 2 hours, there's some stuff there where it's actually kind of linear of hey, go here, do this thing. We'll show you how the loop works, all of that stuff. But once they kind of let you go, you're you have this secret location that is your bunker, and you just have this big board of here's all my clues of okay, I know this guy will be here in the morning doing that thing, and the only reason he's in this location at night is because his experiment went really well. So maybe if I fuck with his experiment, he'll go somewhere else. And then through all of that stuff, you learn, okay, if I kill him this way, then I learn this information. But then if I mess with the experiment, he'll go over here. And now there's 2 of them in one location. Interesting. So if I kill both of them in that location, what do I learn here? And all that stuff. And it's really neat. It's fucking cool. I'm having a blast.
What I like about what I've been hearing of Deathloop is what I didn't like about Returnal is that we're in a renaissance of time loops and roguelites. That's what we're in right now. Yeah. We are 100% in that in a renaissance of that. And I think Deathloop executes it so well where they have that system, Kyle, that I'm not sure if you mentioned, but the Residium thing where you can keep all your stuff even though you loop around again. So that form of progression is very appealing for a game like this, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so at the end of each loop, all of your equipment and all that stuff, you don't get to keep that. However, there is this it's not a currency, but this thing that you can this stuff that you can find out in the world, and you collect it. And if you find a really good weapon or a new power, you can then infuse those weapons or that power with this stuff that you've collected, and that will make it so you can keep it in your next loop.
Yeah.
So then, you slowly start to build up these powers and these weapons and stuff like that to be okay, once I finally have all these weapons and powers, then I feel like I'm powerful enough to really track down these people, and then I can go hunt them down, and then I don't feel as useless in a big firefight if something goes wrong, stuff like that. It's really neat. And then they have this second mode to the game where you are being hunted by a character named Juliana. And if you play single player, it will be an NPC that will just every so often randomly she will invade your game and will hunt you down. And it because things are done in these bite-sized chunks, it doesn't really feel like things get messed up when she hunts you and stuff like that. Because if she kills you, I should say you have 2 chances. You can get resurrected twice before you actually die for real, and stuff like that. So Yeah, so she'll kill you and it might set you back, but she's still out there. So you have to kill her or hack this certain thing so you can go escape and stuff like that. But if you have online play on, then it can be someone else that invades your game. It can be a random person, or it can be Jano. If you have the game, you can invade my game and hunt me. And stuff like that. It's neat. Have you tried
that yet, where you've played with an invasion of a real person yet, or no?
Not yet. No, I'm kind of just like, let me play the game first. I want to do all that stuff. Like, okay, leave me alone. but yeah, I know there are people out there who's like, hey, I'll be on Deathloop all day if you guys wanna come invade me and see if you can hunt me down, see if you can kill me.
I'll do it. I'll do it when I get it. I'll do it when I get it. Come.
It's good. It's
game
fun.
Of the year?
Ooh, it might be, man. It might dethrone my current game of the year. I think right now I have it at my number 2 spot as like a tentative. Like, I've beaten the one that's in my number 1 spot, but depending on how this goes, which it looks like it is, yeah, then this might be my game of the year.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. So I have 2 games here that I wrote down. As you know, Kyle, I am playing Life is Strange True Colors, but I got derailed a little bit from it. I love it still, Life is Strange True Colors, but Tales of Arise it got me sucked in, man. It really did. I noticed you haven't played it, Alan.
No,
because last week I told you I'll let you know if you got to unwrap the box. You know?
I mean, I already unwrapped it anyways.
Okay, good. Because
I think you should.
I think you should. I think nothing I haven't said already before. I think Tales of Arise is incredible. I think it's the best Tales so far in the series. It's the one that I've seemed to have ingrained myself into the most. There's different mechanics in these fights that I've noticed that aren't like most other of the games that were in the series before. What I notice is when I think of the games previously, it's sort of just beat the boss down until they die.
It's usually what you have to do with a boss.
Yeah, pretty. But the thing is, with
sometimes they can feel spongy though. I think that's what he's getting at.
Yeah. Okay. The difference between this and between that and Tales of Arise is that they add certain mechanics that you have to, and it was welcoming to me because these sorts of mechanics are in Final Fantasy XIV, where you have to destroy something that the boss is doing, or stop them from, like, kill them before they finish casting a skill, or your whole party dies. And I think those small, I've only fought 2 of the big bosses, and they have mechanics like that, but a different way of doing it. And I think the way that keeps you on edge rather than just beating the boss down until they're dead, is a really cool way to keep the combat, keep you coming back with that stuff. Like, for example, the second boss, he spawns like 4 clones of himself, right? And based off of how many clones you destroy, is how much damage you'll take. So if I didn't destroy any of them, I would have wiped my whole party. But I was able to destroy a few of them, or one of them, because I think it's 4, and we all went down to like 100 health. So that got me freaking nervous as heck. So I had to, run around and heal this person and do that. And so I thought it was, I think it's really cool the way it does that with the bosses rather than just becoming sponges like Alan said. I think the story is super interesting. It's between 2 different races. One of them is the high class race that makes the other class, the other race slaves to them. And your 2 main protagonists, one of them is from the other race and one of them is from that race, and I'm sensing them falling in love, and I like that. I like that. I like romance. Me and that romance, I freaking love that shit. So it's one of those relationships where she doesn't want to show emotion, but he's very emotional, you know, and he's like trying to break through her wall, and you notice through like, yeah, I'm like 15 hours in, but like every conversation they have, or like every after every combat that they go through, you see her opening up a little bit more. Yeah, and I love that kind of stuff.
Cool. That sounds like the every single romance anime ever.
Yeah, and they're all good, dude. All of them. They're all great. So yeah. One. So Tales of Arise, definitely a good one, and we'll talk about it later. But it is it's doing very well, as we can see, because as I said, I think it's a great entry to the franchise in general. Mm-hmm. So I've also been playing Eastward. Have you guys heard of this game, Eastward?
I saw the like artwork for it, but I have no idea what it is.
So what's interesting, Kyle, is that the artwork is what got me interested in it. I thought that's the main draw of the game. Game's a little weird. The story is extremely weird. You are this guy named John. Your protagonist does not speak, but you have an adopted daughter named Sam, I believe, and she's very she's
Chucklefish. Okay.
Yeah, it was published by Chucklefish. And she's like your adopted daughter that gets you into trouble, and like she wants to explore the world, and you're just trying to protect her. That's pretty much like, as you see here in the trailer, he found her from something, and she's like an outcast to the city that they're in, and all that stuff. So you're just taking care of her pretty much. So you're getting into these adventures. It looks like cool. Like sort of that, old style RPG pixel kind of game, but it plays like a hack and slash.
Interesting.
With different
the artwork looks super cool.
Oh, it's really beautiful. And all the characters that you meet they're weird, they're quirky. You want to keep talking to them. They're funny. So I like, it's just such a strange game because you don't know what you're getting into. Basically, as you can see there, they're like on regular, you see the grass and stuff, but you start underground, where you are in a society where you believe the land above, which is, our land, like the sky and the grass, you believe that's that's called the forbidden land to them. So the mayor of your town is this crooked guy that doesn't want anyone to go up there. But Sam, the girl that you found, your adopted daughter, has been up there and she's seen it, and she's trying to convince people that it's real, and she wants to go back up there. So I'm not that far in. I'm like I would say 3 hours in, and I just got to the title card. So I don't I think that whole main city in the beginning is like just the prologue of it. Like, so I just got to the title card. I'm not up on normal land yet, but I love it's very simple puzzles, hack and slash combat. There isn't any it's not like a level up system or anything like that. It's just you fight with a frying pan, you kill these little monsters. The little girl has like this sort of bubble power where she freezes people, but she doesn't hurt them. So you have to use her and him as like a combination to get past certain puzzles and get past certain monsters and stuff like that. So I think it's a really neat game. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, not haven't played much of it, but I think it's really beautiful. I think that's the biggest draw of it. It's extremely well detailed, the art. So I'm loving it. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. I haven't played Life is Strange yet. I want to beat Life is Strange, so I think I'm gonna stop on these for now.
And it's
I'm gonna stop on these for now and get back to Life is Strange.
Because True Colors is like short too, so it shouldn't take you long to beat it.
I'm so slow. It's just, me, man. I'm really slow with these games.
If you keep up with any of the podcasts, you will know, and you'd probably be able to guess at this point, that Kyle has failed horribly, because he said he had to beat Life is Strange True Colors before Deathloop came out. Then he had to beat a game before Life is Strange came out, and Kyle.
Well, I was hoping to beat Psychonauts 2 before Deathloop, and that didn't happen at all. I'm
Psychonauts
still
2.
only like 3 hours in. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
did you beat?
It's still great. It's fantastic. But
Psychonauts is 2. I'm like an hour into it.
But did you beat True Colors before Deathloop, or did you not even do that one?
Yes, we talked about Deathloop last week on the podcast, and I had beaten it. I had beaten the whole game in like, I want to say 2 sittings.
Shit, what the hell, man?
You were so close, but so close to beating everything in time.
And then it's like, do I want to go immediately into Kenna after I beat Deathloop, or do I want to go back to Psychonauts 2 before I play Kenna, because I know Gino is going to be talking about that one, so I can let him do that. I don't know.
There's so many options.
I'm not going to beat Tales of Arise, Eastward, and Life is Strange True Colors before Kenna, so maybe I could beat one of them.
Sam in the chat says, you better go back to Psychonauts 2, and yes, I will. That game has been fantastic, and I really want to keep playing that game.
Shout out to Psychonauts 2. I think it's one of the most, of this year, or that I've seen, the most cleverly designed games that I have seen so far, with the enemies, fighting doubt and regret and panic attacks and stuff like that. I think that's so interesting. But yeah, I'm like an hour in, so I will get back to Psychonauts 2 eventually, because I think that's gotta be on the list.
One last thing I have to say before Alan gets on to his stuff here. I did get a code for Toem, which I had also gotten a code for the demo of Toem before it was out. The code that I got this time was on Switch. So hopefully this next week I will at least have some thoughts on how it plays. Yeah, on Switch. Yes. Wow, just one.
It's fucked up.
That's Toem's that like kind of camera looking game. I'm not really into those, so Toem doesn't really interest me at all.
Looks similar to Chicory, you know?
Yeah, I'm already playing Chicory, so I'm all good.
All good with those styles.
It's a good game though. It's worth checking out. It's a lot of fun.
I'm hearing good about it. So Alan, you got anything to add about Neo?
Not really. I mean, we mentioned it. I've been playing Chicory on stream, but Calvin from a few weeks ago already talked quite a bit at length of how great Chicory was, so I'm not really gonna talk much about that. But man, game's hitting more emotionally than I thought it was going to, because holy cow, some parts are like, poof, my emotions weren't quite prepared for what's happening in Chicory. Other than that, as I have in the Crossplay notes, Neo's too addicting, man. I literally can't stop playing the game. I woke up this morning, brushed my teeth, got ready for my day, and then just went straight to playing Neo. And then my family was like, hey, we're going to go to dinner at 1:30. Went to dinner, got home, played Neo. I looked at the time and I was like, damn, 5:45, time for the podcast. Stop playing Neo. Spoiler alert, after the podcast, gonna go keep playing Neo.
Sounds good.
It's too good, man. It's too good.
Awesome.
Honestly, I haven't finished Great Ace Attorney. This is my game of the year. This is my game of the year right here. No, Neo. Neo has game of the year. That's my game of the year.
Well, it came out this year. So
interesting.
You're good.
Yeah,
it came out this year. So.
Hasn't even been out for 2 months yet, actually.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Wow. So
shiny and new.
Comfortably in 2021. There you go.
Yeah, a very solid 2021 release.
There you go.
And we just have to make him get 9 other games on the list.
You don't know what my other 9 games are. I opened Tales of Arise. Hang on, Gino.
You have Chicory.
It's right here. It's right here. I unwrapped it. I never even put it in the console to download it yet.
It's a good game, man. I really like it. I love it. But anyway, that's what we've been playing, my friends. Ignacio is still dead, unfortunately. So let's take a break for some housekeeping.
We put a lot of hard work into the shows that we make, and yes, we make multiple different shows here at the Whatnauts, and we'd love it if you would check them all out. You can find out more information on our website at thewhatnauts.com, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. When you type in the Whatnauts, all of our shows will pop up right there. Just don't forget to give us a nice rating and review if you like the shows. If you want to support what we do here at The Whatnauts, patreon.com/The Whatnauts is the best place to do that. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. You can get all kinds of exclusive content at the $3 tier. You can also get a shout out and thank you on all of our shows at the $5 tier. You can support us on Twitch by subscribing to our channel at twitch.tv/the Whatnauts, and we would love to have you all join us for our live streams and talk with us in the chat. And lastly, we have merch. If you want to grab yourself a shirt or a sweatshirt or a mug or something else, go to the whatnauts.com/store to pick up some merch today.
And we are back.
Welcome back.
Hi.
You guys thought I froze, huh? You guys thought I froze, right? Did you guys think I froze?
You got me. You got me. I like the like natural host in me is like, well, Gino froze, so we're just gonna roll on. And
let me give a shout out to our Patreon supporters at the $5 tier and above. Sam, Jotnamas in the chat right there. Thank you so much for supporting us for so long, keeping us alive and live now. Except you couldn't save Ignacio, Sam. Sorry. You could not save him.
He was a lost cause anyways.
He was. Kyle, any shout outs for our shows?
Yeah. So we are doing Shame Timber on the review show. Both Melissa and I started this tradition last year where for 2 weeks in September, we each pick stuff that is on our list of shame, stuff that is like so big in pop culture that we should have watched, but we haven't. Just like how have you not seen that? Or it can be more specific to you of just like, this is a Kyle ass movie. Like, how have you, Kyle, not seen this? So this week we are watching the time travel movie Looper, because I'm a big time travel fan, but I haven't seen that one yet. Yeah, so that's what we will be discussing on that. And then, as usual, keep an eye out for more stuff from the Reactor Core as Marvel's What If goes for the next couple weeks here. And then we got more Marvel movies and stuff. I think we're probably going to do one for James Bond when it comes out, because Melissa's a big Bond fan. And then she was throwing around the idea of this Batman podcast that is out there that HBO Max is putting out. So we might listen to that and do some reactions to that as well. So keep an eye out.
Speaking of reactions and reviews, I saw Shang-Chi.
God, finally.
There you go.
My favorite Marvel movie, guys.
It's fucking good.
I'm gonna be honest. It's my number one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's my number one Marvel movie. I think it's incredible. I love it. And also, I don't know if you guys tweeted. Did you see it, Alan?
I did. I saw your tweet.
How did nobody tell me that they say my name in this movie, dude?
I didn't even pay attention to it. When I saw your tweet, I was like, wait, did they? Oh, the movie was so good, Gino. Your name being in there was overshadowed. It was irrelevant to how awesome the movie was.
That joke literally got me whoa, dude, this is my favorite movie 100% right now. And then it just got better after that. And I was like, wow, okay, so yeah. This is
I want you to know that I went to work after watching Shang-Chi twice, and I got a lot of shit for making it my favorite movie. Like, you thought Shang-Chi was that good? And I went, yeah. And they're like, okay, but like number one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah, 100%. I agree. Yeah, I cannot wait to see him interact with everybody else, dude. That's going to be awesome.
I know.
It's going to be great. Awesome.
But
come on, bro.
What?
The spot from the movie. Never mind.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I didn't see it twice.
You pay attention to the Gino joke, but not an actual line from the movie.
Let's get into the news. All right, my friends, we got another leak here. Another leak. You guys remember the Capcom leak from last year?
Yep.
Was it last year?
The big Nintendo leak?
No, wasn't the Capcom leak earlier this year because it led up to E3?
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right. So we got a Capcom leak earlier this year, guys. Some games still unannounced, but pretty believable. And right now I'm talking about here at number one, NVIDIA GeForce had a massive leak. So I am pulling this from IGN. Taylor Lyles wrote up a little bit here. I'm just going to read a little bit of what he wrote, and then I got some games from the leak, the list. It was a list of like 18,000 games. But the list that I saw was
still freaking long.
Yeah, this list is still long. These are some of the games that I picked out of one list that I saw that I thought were pretty notable. But let me read this right up, just so you guys know. Spotted first on Reddit, Igor July, a software developer, recently performed a data mine of NVIDIA's GeForce Now database. Notes several titles headed to the service and subsequently on PC. That's because NVIDIA's cloud gaming service streams PC games from storefronts like the Epic Game Store and Steam. So this guy, Igor July, which is a software developer. I read a little bit. He had like this whole website page where he wanted to see something that was going on with NVIDIA's GeForce Now, and he came across a list of a shit ton of games that he wrote down. But it was interesting because he glossed over that. Like, that wasn't the most important thing to him. It was other stuff that was important to him. But that stuff wasn't important to me, so I didn't really pay attention to that. It was these games that he said here. So I'm going to read them out.
Real fast before you do that, can you explain to someone who might not know what NVIDIA GeForce, that is?
So NVIDIA GeForce Now is NVIDIA's cloud gaming service, similar to Xbox Game Pass or something like what is it, Xbox Cloud, or what is it called?
The cloud gaming, Xbox Cloud Gaming. Right?
I forget what theirs is called. I'm not sure if you guys know.
Yeah, it's like xCloud.
xCloud, there you go, xCloud. So where they live stream, you could stream games off of that service on anything, on your computer or whatever, or your, I think, mobile phone as well. You can do with GeForce. NVIDIA, no? Am I right?
I think
I'm not sure, because I haven't done
I know
NVIDIA.
The difference is with this one, it's games that you already have bought.
Yes.
From like Steam or stuff like that. So it's not stuff like, I've never played Deathloop. I don't want to buy it yet, so I'm just gonna test it out. No, you have to have bought them.
Yeah. So what this guy did was he went into their database and he saw a list of games that have been unannounced, that have been announced or whatever or have been rumored. So let me read. These first three games are confirmed as of now. As of the leak, they were not, but since yesterday, they have been confirmed. Outcast 2 by Appeal Studios, Destroy Humans 2 remake, and Brothers in Arms by Gearbox. So those first two were at the THQ Nordic presentation, which we will talk about later. Cool. And then these next few are very notable because of something that we all know. So we see here God of War 2018 for Steam, Returnal, Ghost of Tsushima, and Demon Souls listed as part of this list. So as we know, PlayStation has acquired Nixxes software to port games over to PC. And Uncharted 4 was the last one, the latest one that they have announced they are porting to PC. Mm-hmm. So God of War could very well be the next one. Do you guys believe this?
Yes, this makes sense to me. Especially since they have found at least some kind of moderate success with the games that PlayStation has put on there, like this, like the from what I see here, what you have written down here, the like IGN headline is focusing on God of War. Yeah. It's like that could be the next one that's on PC, and to me that just makes sense because they found that moderate success. So why not continue that? Yeah. So the fact that they would be on NVIDIA GeForce, I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing where it's like, is this just a list of unannounced games? Because these things.
So they had an update.
Kind of have to opt in, right? They have to opt in to NVIDIA.
Exactly. So GeForce, NVIDIA responded to that list. They said that it was used only for internal tracking and testing, adding that some titles included are speculative and don't constitute confirmation nor an announcement of any game.
Because they have like Gears 6 on here, XCOM 3, which neither of those have been actually announced.
But that's the thing. Okay, so let me read the rest of the I'm just going to blast through the rest of the list.
Well, can I add one note to that though?
Yeah.
So with those PlayStation games, as far as I'm aware of, the games that have been brought to PC from PlayStation Studios are PS4 games. No PS5 exclusive games have come to PC. So I don't quite believe Demon's Souls or Returnal quite yet, but I believe Ghost of Tsushima. I know Ghost has a PS5 version, but I'm talking games that are only on PS5.
Yeah. I think as part of this list, I don't have it already written here. I think I saw it on another list. Horizon Forbidden West was also a part of that. So I'm not sure. So that's interesting as well. But let me read the rest of the list. Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas Remasters, which we have heard about. BioShock 2022, Fight for Middle Earth under Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. An untitled game by Respawn Entertainment. Kingdom Hearts 4, an untitled game by The Initiative. Sniper Elite 5 by Rebellion, Monster Hunter 6, Helldivers 2, Street Fighter 6, Gears 6, Kyle Ada, codenamed by Don't Nod, so it could be the next Life is Strange game, Tekken 8, Destroy All Humans 3, Dragon's Dogma 2, XCOM 3, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and Final Fantasy 7 Remake for PC.
Yeah.
So I mentioned the Capcom leak because this is the second leak now that we have Resident Evil 4 Remake, Dragon's Dogma 2, Street Fighter 6, Monster Hunter 6. So I fully and entirely believe, these games are real. They just haven't announced them yet. And there is some here where can I there was one that I saw that I don't have here. Injustice, Gods Will Fall. That's a full title. And we have not heard of that game. It's not just Injustice 2 or 3 or anything. It's Injustice, Gods Will Fall. So they have said that these titles are speculative. I don't think you can speculate the next Injustice title. Why would you do that? Just say Injustice 3. I think they dropped the ball, dude. This is a huge leak. That's a lot of companies that's an
interesting one, yeah.
That they have effed over. Because I mean it's all right. It's like stuff. A lot of the stuff is stuff we've heard of or are already expecting.
Or makes sense, like Monster
Hunter just makes sense.
6. It makes sense that they'll make that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of these are the thing with these leaks is that whether they're true or not, they use so many broad strokes that whether they're real or not, they bring up in a way that just seems real. Like Monster Hunter is not done. Is it Monster Hunter 6? It's probably not going to be called that. Is it going to be anytime in the next year or two? Probably not, because they're still going to support Rise and Stories 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So a part of this list, I just want to have a little fun with it. What excites you guys? Kyle, what excites you from this? What do you like here?
I have to confess that when you first put this on the air, when they mentioned God of War, I thought they were referring to God of War Ragnarok, which would be interesting too. Like that, the thought of something like that excites me more than the stuff that's on this list. Because, like we've kind of said, this is a list of like things they would like to see on their platform.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'd like to have $1 million, but that's not a lake. Right. That's just me wanting stuff like that. So to me, I get excited for the potential of, is PlayStation, like, because of the moderate success that they've had releasing their games on PC, are they now looking at the games that are currently in development or just starting and being like, hey, how can we set ourselves up for more success and set these up so that when we do put them on PC, it's going to be super simple.
Yeah.
That stuff excites me more.
What about you, Alan? Any title here that you like?
Well, I've got two, and I actually had two, but I got it denounced. I was gonna say Resident Evil Remake, but I actually don't even want a remake of RE4. To me, RE4 still holds up well, and I just remember it for its nostalgia factor, and I love that game the way that it plays currently. I don't mind if they alter the graphics, but if they remake it, I don't want any of the gameplay changes. Like, I almost don't want RE4 to be remade. I just want it to just perpetually be remastered, which I know only perpetuates the problem of stuff like GTA 5 and Skyrim, because our RE4 is like the holy trinity of those three re-release games.
So I don't know if you can put RE4 up there with Skyrim and GTA 5. And
it's not as bad as those games, but when you think of the three most remastered reported games, RE4 is one of them.
But I don't feel like it's in the same like context, though. And everyone is still playing this.
Yeah. And if you think about it, RE4 was the original game. If you think about it, RE4 was the OG because it was the first game that came out before even Skyrim and GTA 5 that have just been ported to every console. It might not be as massive, but it is the OG one. But my hat obviously goes to Monster Hunter 6 because I just love Monster Hunter and stuff like that. And I was thinking about it, Kyle, while you were mentioning it. I don't believe PlayStation's going to bring any of their PS5 exclusive games to PC anytime soon, only because
same here.
Their PS4 games only make sense because, well, you can't get a PS5. Hey, it's on PC, but you can get a better version on the PS5. They're not going to put any PS5 exclusive game on there to take away from their PlayStation sales.
Agreed. So, I was more talking about like down the road, like how can we set ourselves up for this now so we don't have to come back to this game in 5 years.
And the part that tickles my funny bone,
this game wrong.
The part that tickles me immensely is Kingdom Hearts 4. For one, not happening anytime soon.
That one did it for me too.
And second, Kingdom Hearts 4, that's not going to be the game's title.
No, it's not going to be the game's title. It's going to be something wild. But
we're going to get Kingdom Hearts 3.5 before we ever even hear about 4.
That surprised me the most. Kingdom Hearts 4. I did not expect that Kingdom Hearts 4 to be uttered for years from now.
Yeah, you're right.
But that being on the list is very interesting. For me, it's Dragon's Dogma 2 as well. I really like Dragon's Dogma. It's a successful game, so it's expected that they would make a second one. They do have an MMO, but that's not released here. Go ahead.
Well, plus Dragon's Dogma 2 makes sense because Dragon's Dogma is made by Itsuno, who directs Devil May Cry, because he did take a break from Devil May Cry to make Dragon's Dogma, which was his passion project. So it makes sense he'd make another one before ever going back to that series again, if he does.
Yeah. So we will see. We might even see some of these at TGS because Capcom. Is Capcom going to be there?
Probably. I have no idea. No idea.
Oh, yeah, this is the second time we see some of these games named in a leak. So there you have it.
Cool. Good stuff.
So, there you go. So let's move on, my friends, to number 2 here, where some of the games from this leak ended up showing up. But funny here. Okay, so THQ Nordic had its 10th anniversary presentation with a live stream that included several new game announcements. So I wrote down the 4 most notable ones. There is other games there that were just sort of like these smaller strategy RPG sort of games that I had not heard of before, but these 4 stood out to me. The first one being Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed by Black Forest Games, which we just spoke about. Funny thing, guys, not only did NVIDIA GeForce leak it, but PlayStation leaked it too. They posted the trailer for this game the day before, the presentation. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, Destroy All Humans 2 coming, and then that makes a Destroy All Humans 3 all more believable. So I since they're remaking that game from the ground up, I believe they're working on a third one. And then let me skip this second one because I want to talk about it. So after that, we got Elix 2 by Piranha Bytes.
What the hell is that game?
So Elex, Kyle,
I've never heard of that.
Is similar to, think about, have you seen, or are you pulling it up, Alan? Are you pulling up Elex? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yes, this is the story trailer. Sorry, I was typing a lot, so I muted my mic.
All right. So Elex is this sort of RPG / futuristic / fantasy, similar to a Technomancer. Have you ever seen Technomancer from Focus Home?
But people, a little bit.
People really enjoyed this game for the story. Interestingly enough, although the gameplay wasn't really much to write home about.
What kind of game? Like, what is the gameplay?
It's an action RPG. RPG, hack and slash, with different kinds of weapons. You get gear and stuff like that. One of those.
Never heard of this.
One of those, traditional action RPG games, and it has like futuristic but fantasy elements. So this is this is a trailer for Elex 2, right, Alan? So pull up a gameplay trailer for Elex.
All right.
So a lot of people really enjoyed this game, the first one. I played it for like 2-3 hours. It's a B tier game. It's definitely one of those. It's not a AAA game. It's those. It reminds me of Focus Home Interactive. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, another side note. Since I'm mentioning Focus Home Interactive, I'm misspeaking because they are now Focus Entertainment. They changed their name, just so you guys know.
Good to know.
So this is what it looks like. Kyle.
This is Elex 1, by the way.
Yeah,
obviously.
this is Elex 1. So. People are just hoping they build upon those gameplay systems that people that made it sort of not that great. But yeah, an open world RPG. Just pole dance in there. All right.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of trailers on this, by the way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like this interesting futuristic / fantasy world. It's pretty interesting. So
I'm not gonna lie, this looks very underwhelming.
Yeah, it is sort of. It's one of those.
Look, when you have to put multiple scenes of a character walking in like a bland and blank open space as part of the trailer, you're stretching for content, my dude.
I straight up typed in Elex gameplay and everything is just a review, a cinematic trailer, reveal trailer, gameplay trailer, which is the one we watched, story trailer.
So that's after Elex, so we got Elex 2 announced, so hopefully that's a lot better. We got Outcast 2, A New Beginning. So this is a game I hadn't heard of before either, because there's a 2. So there was a first one, right, guys? Outcast, when I looked it up, it was a game that came out in 1999. Wow. And it was one of the first open world games. And it was...
Get ready to party like it's 1999, boys.
Yeah, and it was very, very advanced for its time. But of course, 22 years later, there's a shit ton of open world games. So I wonder if this one, it will still hold up or will make something new with it, but it looks interesting. Cool. It looks interesting. That's why I wanted to point it out. That's cool that it's come back after 20 something years with a new game.
Let's see if it holds up against all of its competition.
Yeah, all of the open world games that we have now. And then the last one I want to point out from the presentation is SpongeBob SquarePants, The Cosmic Shake.
Oh yeah, I made sure to pull the trailer for this one because everyone, I know we're all here for this one.
Yeah, so I love this trailer because it's the Sweet Victory theme from that episode where SpongeBob is singing in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
You guys remember? Alan, yep. I mean, Kyle, I feel like you haven't seen this.
I was never a SpongeBob fan.
Oh my god!
I didn't like SpongeBob growing up.
That is such a good scene. That Super Bowl performance where.
Yeah, dude, that scene is iconic because it's the same one where it was. Really is mayonnaise an instrument?
That episode in general is so good.
I'm familiar with SpongeBob, obviously,
Yeah.
and I've like now can recognize it. Like cultural impact is super high. Like everyone loves the show,
Yeah.
but I was just like at the time I was like, yeah, I don't know, thanks. And then by time it was like, oh, this was actually probably a good show that I probably should have watched. It was like, well, there's so much of it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to go back.
just to describe you the scene a little bit, Kyle. So it's SpongeBob and his band that they were practicing for a long time. They were practicing for the Super Bowl, and you see them get ready to start performing, but then they start going up, like as they lift up to the stage, and it's them animated to a real Super Bowl stadium. Like real people, real audience, and they're
really
just
funny.
in their like fishbowl performing this truly incredible song. Like they go so hard.
Yeah, because the joke of the episode is that Squidward's trying to direct them, but he doesn't have any faith in them. So because it means a lot to Squidward, SpongeBob's like, no, we got to really do this. So when they go up, Squidward's like, well, he's pretty much like, well, this isn't going to work. So he gets ready. And the SpongeBob and his friends, they fucking bring it, dude. And Squidward's like,
that's awesome.
So good. And then the freaking drum solos, like,
yeah, oh my God, dude.
It's such a good one.
If you watch anything, Kyle, you have to just go watch that one episode.
Watch that one scene. You have to watch that one scene.
Yeah.
100%.
I've seen what was it? Muscle Bob Square.
Oh,
the one where he gets like the
big
muscly
inflatable
arms.
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's like the one. That's like the one that I remember.
You can't come to Weenie Hut. You can't come to Weenie Hut. You got to go to Weenie Hut Junior.
God, we could talk about so many SpongeBob things. That's all so good.
Man.
Okay, but there you go. That's THQ's 10th anniversary presentation. They announced other stuff like Superpower 3, MX vs. ATV Legends, Expeditions Rome, Jagged Alliance 3, and that's it. Just some RPG games and racing game there. So there you go. Number 3, my friends. Nintendo has finally done something that it could have done a long time ago. It has added Bluetooth to the Switch. So
holy shit.
So you pulled this in, Kyle,
brain explodes.
From Nintendo Life. Liam Doolin, he wrote, the new Switch OLED model arrives next month, and ahead of its release, Nintendo has rolled out a sizable update, bumping the system firmware all the way up to version 13. We heard now Bluetooth audio support was spotted in an update earlier this year, and now it's been officially released. Headphones, earbuds, speakers, and other Bluetooth-enabled audio devices can now be paired with the Switch family systems. So there we have it.
I legit totally forgot that the new OLED Switch comes out in a month because it's super forgettable.
Me too.
Like I read that and it was like arrives next month and I'm like, holy shit! It comes out. I forgot all about it.
It's a valid point. However, this bit of news is just mind-blowing that this has been something that we've wanted for years since the Switch came out.
Yeah.
And all they had to do was just update the firmware. It was a software thing, which means the hardware was already in there.
You've been able to do it
for years. They could have done this years ago. What were you doing, Nintendo?
Man, freaking Nintendo, dude. They just love it, dude. They love it. They bask in this.
I feel like someone forgot.
Yeah.
Just and just like thought they had turned it on, and just thought like, why is everyone? It has Bluetooth audio. Why is no one?
It has Bluetooth.
This is weird.
Someone in Nintendo's office.
And just like, oh shit.
Someone in the office was like, hey. I forgot. Did you release that update for Bluetooth? And the guy's like, oh yeah, it's out. And then as he walks away, he's like, oh my God, gotta hurry up and release that update.
Man,
so that's a big piece of news though. Incredible
God.
for them to finally do something.
Honestly,
news, thank you. This is a huge improvement for the Nintendo Switch.
Well, like, were you clamoring for Bluetooth for the Switch?
It's just
kind of, yeah.
But it's a thing that it should have, is what people are saying. Like, this should have had it like a long time ago.
It should have, yeah. It helps with headphones. It helps with connecting multiple stuff. It helps with connecting multiple controllers. You can have wireless controllers. Now on there, let's see. The thing from Nintendo Life said
we already have a wireless microphones,
but like third party ones Bluetooth and stuff like that.
Controllers.
Bluetooth controllers, yeah. So Bluetooth microphones are not supported. And a maximum of 2 wireless controllers can be paired with the system when using Bluetooth audio. You also can't use Bluetooth audio when local wireless connection is active. So they still have some hoops you have to jump through, but this is something that has been Nintendo. You're like 10 years behind. Like what? God, come on.
Play right here.
And then all of a sudden they're just like, oh yeah, flip the switch.
How dirty
this is why as a collective fan base, and since Nintendo's slacking, just sell the Switch. Just sell
get
it.
yourself the OLED, baby. Right here, OLED Switch right here. I got it in my hands.
That's
early
not
review
the OLED.
copy of the OLED Switch.
Everyone sell your Nintendo Switch. Sell your Nintendo Switch. And then go buy the better OLED, the PlayStation Vita.
There you go. Exactly.
Solved it. Crack the code.
Alan!
Sam in the chat says, I was in regards to the Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah.
It's a much requested feature.
Take us into new and notable.
All right, we got a little bit of a list here for us today. First up, Deltarune Chapter 2 is out now for the PC. Sam earlier asked us if any of us have played Deltarune, and I assume Gino.
No.
So I wanna ask about Deltarune. Is Deltarune related to? Because I really don't know this. Is Deltarune related to Undertale?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Was there a Deltarune Chapter 1?
Yes. Well, obviously, if Chapter 2 is out now.
Because I hadn't heard of Deltarune before this.
Yeah.
Which I feel bad. That's one of those things, Kyle, where you said, like, why haven't you watched that movie? Like I feel like I haven't heard of, like, I know Undertale, and I know I want to play Undertale. Yeah. I haven't played it yet. But I hadn't heard of Deltarune before.
It's the creator's like sneaky sequel kind of thing, because Deltarune is an anagram, I think that's the right word, of Undertale.
Yes, it is.
It's like it's a weird sequel to that somehow, some way. I don't know much more than that. So
says Sam.
Yeah, I feel like the hype for Undertale was so massive that I feel like when Deltarune dropped, because it was kind of a sneaky thing, it didn't have a massive fanfare or big following. That's why it kind of came out, and unless you were super into Undertale, you didn't hear about it.
And this was sort of like a surprise too, right? Because they announced it and then came out that same day.
Beyonce did, it was like, oh yeah, it's going to be out this afternoon. And he think that everyone was just like, what? Scramble, alert.
So there you have it.
Gino.
Awesome, yes.
Gino, since you already been playing it a whole lot when this comes out, Kena Bridge of Spirits comes out for the PS5, PS4, and PC on September 21st.
Yeah. So guys, I saw on social media that people have not gotten review copies for it. So I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign right there.
That's a good thing. I don't know if they got them already, but this was earlier this week that they said, I still have not gotten a review copy for Kena, so it's a little worrying.
Gino, I want to call you out that because
the game is very short.
I was worried about that too, because if it's a $40 price point, that's a very short game.
Gino, I just want to call you out that you've been hyping up Kena all year. If this comes out and you come down negatively on it, or it's not your game of the year, or at least your number 2, then you faked it all year.
Man. Alan, I said that on social media, people haven't gotten review copies. I didn't say I didn't get it. It's a great game, dude. It's a great game. I love it, man.
He hasn't played it.
Live he hasn't, but when this comes out, he's played it.
Yeah.
His hype was real, though.
His hype was very real.
Fake.
Yeah. Oh my God, I cannot wait, dude.
But now he's got to back up the hype and excitement with his follow through. He's got to defend it till it dies.
We'll see what happens.
Pokemon Unite comes out for iOS and Android on September 22nd. I thought this was already, or is this only for the Switch?
The game is out. Yeah, it's on Switch, but it's going to be on mobile.
Nice.
Diablo 2 Resurrected for PC on September 23rd. So is that not the same day it comes out for PlayStation?
I believe
I would
it always
assume
comes
it's
out for
either already out or this is coming out first.
Because I know it's on the pre-order page. I
know.
keep seeing it, but I never check its release date. So.
I believe it comes out for everything at the same time.
This is according to Game Informer.
Okay, well, Diablo 2 Resurrected coming out for, as Gino said, everything, September 23rd.
Even mobile phones.
Sable comes out for the Xbox, consoles, and PC on September 23rd as well.
Kyle has this on his fantasy draft, and he's going to win. I'm telling you right now. Kyle won.
All right.
Like, Kyle won.
It doesn't excite me, but excites my girl Amy. Death Stranding's Director's Cut comes out for PS5 on September 24th. Also.
Hell yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I will still not play it. Sorry, Ignacio, who's drowning in sauce or dead in the sauce or, maybe bathing in it. I don't know.
Dead in the sauce, dude.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot comes out for the Nintendo Switch on September 24th.
Wow. Look at that.
Also, shout out to that. Sadly, Ignacio cannot play it because Lost Judgment comes out for PS5, Xbox X Series X and S, and PS4 and Xbox One on September 24th.
Ooh, I wonder which one he's gonna pick to buy.
Obviously Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's like picking your favorite. Yeah, he's probably gonna. I mean, he's already played Dragon Ball Z is the thing. I don't think he needs to play it on his Switch.
But he said it's his favorite game ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said it's his favorite game ever
of all time.
Yeah.
So he's got to play it,
but
he's got to play it to see the differences. But Ghost Runner comes out for PS5, the Xbox Series X and S on the 28th of September.
I thought that was out already. Oh, PS5. PS5. It's for PS5.
PS5.
Next gen stuff.
Yep. New World for the PC, September 28th.
Heck yeah.
Wild.
Heck yeah.
And sadly,
that was wild.
Finally.
Sadly, my boys, the very last one, Battlefield 2042 has been delayed. It has been delayed by a staggering few weeks to November 19th.
Yeah, at least not out of this year.
A month, yeah.
Like Dying Light got delayed out of the year, which sucks.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But New World is interesting because that's made by Amazon, and they have had a not good track record with releasing games.
New World, I think
people seem to like this one.
Yeah, people are excited for New World.
What I've heard,
I think so. Yeah, just small thoughts on that. New World, I think objectively is not that great. I think, but I think it is a good. I want to see how it's going to last.
Yeah, especially if they support it.
I think it's a fun game to play. I think the mechanics of it are interestingly enough to make it stand out as an MMO. So we'll see. I'm gonna play. I already have it pre-ordered. I pre-ordered it from the alpha. So
hey, when does your Steam Deck come out? I forget again.
In December. I forgot about that. I have that pre-ordered.
We're gonna go on everything.
Switch OLED, forgetting the Steam Deck.
Steam Deck.
It's a whole console.
Wow. All of that, and Ignacio's dead in the sauce. So sadly, Ignacio's not taking us into the lightning round. So Kyle or someone,
I'll take over the lightning round. Kyle, don't worry.
Take over the lightning round.
Go for it.
All right, so this first one right here, I put it in here because my friend Bad Guy 5, as you guys know, was playing it for like 10 hours last night. And
is this what her clip on Twitter was, where she was mopping the floor?
Yeah, and I was wondering what that was. So interesting. So
I didn't get it because I saw her mopping and she looked up and she's like, "What the heck?" And I was like, "I don't understand what's happening."
So Steam's latest surprise hit is Gas Station Simulator. It's ranked 3rd on top selling after Deathloop and I haven't heard of this Timberborn.
I don't know what Timberborn is,
but still ranked 3rd. Gas Station Simulator. So let me describe this game to you guys a little bit. She's basically what you would think, right? You're a gas station attendant, and you also have, not only you put gas, but you have the convenience store inside the gas station, and you have a mechanic. You have like a car fixing section where you replace tires and rear view mirrors and stuff like that. But the funny thing is that It's on
restore it to its former glory.
It's on
what
Route.
The trailer says
It's on Route 66, right? Which is famously, you think of Route 66, Roswell, New Mexico, as well. So there's an alien twist to this game. There's an alien.
Oh my god! Is there really?
Yeah. So I saw she. Okay, so this is what she did. That I was absolutely shocked that she did this. So she was getting overwhelmed. There was a long line at the station, right? And there was just people beeping and all that stuff. She was like, you know what? She flipped a button, like she flipped a thing, and a UFO came and abducted everybody from the state. They sucked up all the cars, all the people. And I was like, holy shit, you just killed everybody. She was like, no, I just sent them home. And I thought
great.
I thought that was so I spoiled that because that doesn't show it in the trailer at all. But that there's an alien, thing to this. And I thought it was so funny.
That makes me want to play it that much more.
Dude, it's just there's so many random things like in this game. These simulator games are just wild. And I don't know. There's stuff like, obviously sweeping the floor, and then you saw the clip where she looks up, and then it's just a freaking party of alien dressed people, coming dancing around. I thought it's such a weird, funny game. So
these games are cool, man.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Is there a way this will work? Selling. Will this work? Hang on.
It's on.
Yeah, it's a video on Twitter, no? So you.
No,
you
I know, but I'm like, okay, so I want to switch to this.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the clip of.
This is Nikki's clip.
So she was just sweeping, and then she looks up. There's just a whole party.
There's a bunch of aliens at a party in the gas station.
Yeah, and they're getting in line to like buy alcohol and stuff like that. And then there's like a random velociraptor looking person. It was so weird, dude. Such an interesting game.
Shout out to Bad Gal Nikki. Go follow her on Twitch and on Twitter and stuff like that.
Bad Gal Nikki 5. Follow her on Twitch. Very interesting.
I like the part where she just keeps repeating, "What's happening to me? What's happening?"
Yeah. So that's Wild. Gas Station Simulator.
Obviously, the sleeper hit of the year.
Weird, very weird. And she says she's looking forward to Diner Simulator now in 2022.
Man.
So next up, my friends, Twisted Metal TV series has casted Anthony Mackie as Sweet Tooth. So Anthony Mackie, as you guys know, Falcon from the Falcon and Winter Soldier and all Marvel movies, is now cast as Sweet Tooth. So that seems exciting. There you go. And let's get a little more serious, guys. Activision Blizzard is getting sued once again for threatening employees that have been organizing for better workplace conditions. So,
how dare people want better workplace conditions? How dare we?
So, my gosh, they're just digging a deeper and deeper hole for themselves.
So does that mean Activision Blizzard takes the award for worst game company of the year? Do they? Because they usually get it, right? Don't they get it again?
But I feel like this is actually
EA.
I mean, might seem ignorant. I don't know, but I feel like this is one of the biggest issues of a game development of a game company and that I've ever heard of with Activision Blizzard. I don't know. Maybe there's been worse, but I'm not sure. This is the one that I've seen go, as wildly huge as this one. But there you have it.
You've never seen such a more tragic downward spiral.
Yeah, they're getting sued once again. So that's tough. Not tough. It's okay. Bad. All right.
It's deserved.
Let's move on.
Moving on.
Tales of Arise, as I mentioned earlier, has surpassed 1 million units sold, making it the fastest selling title in the franchise. So that is good for them.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Yeah.
As I said, a great entry to the Tales series. And
and some people just buy the game and don't even play it yet, and it's just helping them surpass.
Yeah, exactly.
Freaking weirdos.
And they unwrap it before and they don't.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't get it.
So weird. So strange. But there you go. That's helped them. And, my friend, one thing that I wanted to end the show on. Final Fantasy XIV. Live Letter 66 has showed off new job actions for upcoming Endwalker expansion. So Final Fantasy XIV, the producer Naoki Yoshida had a presentation last night that lasted 6 hours, guys, as I mentioned earlier.
And we're going to watch all of that right now.
Yes, we are.
Right now.
Buckle up.
You got
Here
it
we go.
ready? So basically, there's a lot of battle system updates coming, as usual with new expansions. But they showed a 20-minute clip of all the new classes, not the new class, but the new job actions for classes, since we are getting a 10 level up, 10 level, we're going up 10 levels for the level cap.
Increase?
Yeah, 10 level increase, sorry. And I just wanted to point out that the animations for the actions in this game are unrivaled, man. They really, the way that you press a button and freaking, they showed one for the Dragoons, which are like the Lancer Spear classes.
Mm-hmm.
And the end of their combo now is Hanzo's ult from Overwatch. It's the freaking two twin dragons spinning, and like it's such a cool. That thing is so cool. The paladin has an attack now that looks like the fucking Keyblade War from freaking Kingdom Hearts, and I think the way they continue to improve on this game is just truly incredible, guys. And I cannot wait to get into that new expansion coming out 2 months from now. 2 months exactly from now, actually, on November 19th. Well, it's the 18th, but 2 months from now, we are going to be digging our teeth into that expansion. But yeah, that live letter was 6 hours, and I watched it all.
You feel complete.
Kind of regret it, but still.
You feel complete.
It was one of those where I was like, this could have been an email, guys. like this could have been an email. But all right, there you have it. And that is it for the lightning round. And that is it for everything we got written down here in the notes. So we have nothing else to talk about. There was nothing else of note at all, except that Inacio's dead now. Kyle, what are you looking forward to this week?
More Deathloop.
Yes.
Really excited to see how that plays out, to see if that will take my top spot so far for Game of the Year. We'll see.
Okay.
I have to get back to Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
Kenna is coming out.
Oof, I thought you weren't going to mention that.
There's so much stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There's so much stuff.
There really is.
It's going to be a good week for sure.
There really is. What about you, Alan?
I'm excited to keep playing more Neo because I'm on my final week of the game. So I've got 7 more days of the game, which isn't 7 real days, but just super excited to keep playing more. I'm obviously going to platinum it, and no, not because I need to platinum it, but because I love the game so much. I want to just do everything in it. I don't want the game to end.
Yeah.
I want to keep playing it.
Awesome. So no Kina for you.
No, I'm not even gonna spend the money. I'm not even gonna buy it like a Rise and then just wait to play. I'm just gonna straight up not buy it. GameStop today, when we picked up WarioWare, GameStop was like, "Hey, you want to pre-order Kina? It comes out in a couple of days." And I went, "Oh, it does."
Smash. And cut to next week when Gino is wanted for the murder of Alan
the GameStop guy goes, "So, anything you want to pre-order? You want to pre-order Metroid Dead?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's actually a game worth pre-ordering."
Oh, interesting. Metroid Dead, you said? Or
Dread.
Yeah, but
Dread.
You can't play that on your new Switch. You can't play it on the new Switch because you said the better one was the PSP and it won't play on that. Yeah.
So correction, I did not say PSP. I said PS Vita. Kyle, you're done.
Oh, you're right.
You fucked up.
It's all the same to me, you know. Potato. You
lost. You lost this one.
Well, I mean, Kina is not going to be on your top 10 list, Alan, because I think Cuphead's going to be on there. That's
it might be. Well, so. I mean, it could be.
I want you to bring Cuphead.
Gino, I'll make you a deal. If I don't have 9 brand new games for this year, I will buy Kina to play it just to put it in the top 10 list somewhere.
There you go. Guys.
Cool.
This week, life changes. Our life changes. As you guys know, how many months ago did I say that every week? I did not say it every week, but I said from now on, I'm going to be excited for Kina every single week. And this is the week, my friends. Watch it get delayed to next year. After this.
Watch it gets delayed to a few days. That way when this will go live, you don't actually have it yet.
Well, I do have it now, but anyway.
It's true.
I am so excited to play Kina, or continue playing Kina. Oh
my God.
You know what I'm afraid of?
You're a fool.
That, I want a good 8-hour experience, but I'm thinking this is 4 hours.
That'd be good.
I think this is 4-hour, 5-hour experience. But I'm hoping there's a good amount of side things. I'm a platinum this game, I'm telling you right now. I'm platinum. Unless there's like a really hard platinum, then I'm not going to do it.
We'll see.
Quitting early, I see.
Yeah.
Do you think the trophy list is already live for Kina? Sometimes they go up early.
Oh, maybe we'll see. But I am so excited for Kina, guys. I want to finish Life is Strange: True Colors, freaking Eastward. Once I'm done with all that, I will play Deathloop. I want to play Deathloop, so I will be a little late to the party, but I know it's worth it. And then Psychonauts 2. I'm going to play Psychonauts 2. So many games to play, guys. So many games to play.
Oh, the trophies are not live yet. Damn.
Not live yet. Another thing, what else am I excited for this week? Nothing else. It's just Kina, man. Just Kina. Gotta play some Kina. So I am very excited for that. But you guys can find me over on Twitter at Gino_Viteri. You will see my thoughts on Kina, my early thoughts as soon as I boot up the screen, I'll be like, hey guys, this is Game of the Year. Game of the year already. Kyle, where can people find you on the internet?
You guys can find me at Yo Kyle Springer on Twitter.
And Alan.
You can find me at Alan Busby, also on the Bird app known as Twitter. And I also stream, but yes, there's that too.
Twitter.
If
you guys like what you've heard today, and if you want to see Ignacio maybe come back, you guys can check us out over at the Whatnauts on your podcast service of choice, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Bumblebee. Did I say Bumblebee? There's no Bumblebee.
You did say Bumblebee.
It's Bumble.
On the Transformer himself. He just plays our
You can find
podcast.
us on Facebook Marketplace
that's
in your local area.
Facebook Marketplace, search the Whatnauts, you'll find us there. And on the new Nintendo Switch OLED, you will find us on there. So there we have it, my friends. This has been Crossplay, and you guys have been played.
Peace.
See ya.
Later.